What's going on, everyone? I am your host, Tramel Thompson from Progressive Action, and we got some breaking news happening in New York City today. Mayor Eric Adams, a man who loves to proud himself as being the first of this. I'm the first mayor to put 5 deputy women mayors. I'm the first mayor to put a woman FDNY commissioner. Now he's the first mayor, sitting mayor, to be criminally charged. Now, we don't wish death or jail on the mayor. We not here for that. But we here to report what's what. Now, a lot of people say, well, Tramel, you were friends with the mayor. You were cool with the mayor. I'm going to show you guys some text messages between the mayor and I. And we stopped seeing eye to eye, a while ago, ever since they fired the city workers for, the C word, right? But what I want to do today is that I want to break down his statement regarding the criminal investigation. I want to break it down line by line, and we're going to discuss it. I'm going to show you guys some text messages between him and I, political text messages, nothing personal. I've spoken about these things before. And we're going to see what's going to happen and what's going on here and who's going to be the next mayor and things of that nature. But let's get into his statement.
My fellow New Yorkers, it is now my belief that the federal government intends to charge me with crimes.
Bruh, Eric Adams, that's pretty evident. They took your phone some months ago. They done raided people on your campaign team some months ago. They came after your police commissioner. They coming after the FDNY. That's pretty evident, sir. As we say in the hood, please tell me something that I don't know. Let's continue.
If so, these charges will be entirely false, based on lies.
That's what everyone says once they charge. That's what you're supposed to say. Let's continue.
But they would not be surprising. I always knew that if I stood my ground for all of you, that I would be a target.
No, 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 Mayor. No, 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 no. You did not stand your ground for all New Yorkers. There's thousands of New Yorkers right now that was fired because you did not do the right thing. You do not represent all New Yorkers. You told those New Yorkers who decided to practice body autonomy to let the court system figure it out. So you don't represent all New Yorkers, but let's continue.
And a target I became. For months, leaks and rumors have been aimed at me in an attempt to undermine my credibility and paint me as guilty. Just this past week,
Bro, the only person that could undermine your credibility is you. You was doing a lot of crazy things. You was playing in people's faces. You was literally lying to people. So the only person who, in my eyes, hurt your credibility is you. But it makes more sense to blame other people. But let's continue.
they searched the home of our new police commissioner looking for documents from 20 years ago, just 1 week after he joined my administration.
That's a sign. I don't think that at this point, nobody should join your administration. And if they searching for something that he did 20 years ago, then what are they searching for? I mean, I do find that kind of strange, but let's continue.
Enough. I will fight these injustices with every ounce of my strength and my spirit. If I'm charged, I know I am innocent.
I really think what he meant right there is if I'm charged, everybody's going down. I think that's what he really meant, but let's continue.
I will request an immediate trials so the New Yorkers can hear the truth.
Sir, once again, you have some fired New Yorkers These New Yorkers that you claim you're all for, why you ain't request no speedy process for them in the courts? So they could make a livelihood, so they could feed their family, so they didn't have to retire prematurely, or they got fired because they didn't want to do what you wanted them to do. And we already seen that whole entire debacle of the sex parties with the guy that you put in charge and things of that nature. But let's continue.
New Yorkers know my story. They know where I come from. I have been fighting injustice my entire life.
Now let's go there. We know his story. We know where he came from. I'm gonna be 100% honest. I never believed his story. Oh, I got locked up. If you listen to Eric Adams' narratives, right? He done did everything up under the sun where nobody can verify. Now, when he say that he has been fighting injustice, um, one of the things that attracted me to Eric Adams' fight was 100 Blacks in Law Enforcement. There was two individuals in this city that heightened my awareness on activism. It was Eric Adams, 100 Blacks in Law Enforcement, and it was Roger Toussaint from the TWU Local 100. But let's continue.
That fight has continued as your mayor. Despite our pleas, when the federal government did nothing as its broken immigration policies overloaded our shelter system with no relief, I put the people of New York before party and politics.
Nah, what you did was, see, being a police officer, you think that it's indoctrinated in your mind that you're more powerful than everyone else, right? Came at the federal government regarding immigration, but you got to remember, you're black. You're a black man, right? And you're not bigger than the program. You're not bigger than the program. And they showed you that you were not bigger than the program. But let's continue.
Now, if I am charged, many may say I should resign because I cannot manage the city while fighting the case. I can also understand how everyday New Yorkers will be concerned that I cannot do my job while I face accusation. But I have been facing these lies for months since.
Bruh, I think those New Yorkers are right. Um, it will be too it's pretty hard for you to do your job without an indictment, right? You showed that it's very difficult. With an indictment, you think it's going to get easier? No, you have to you can't not run a city like New York. This is not a small town. This is a huge city. You cannot run a city like New York and fight criminal charges. Maybe you can if you put the proper people in place, but as we have seen, a lot of your appointments have went downhill, straight downhill up under your watch, up under your administration. So if you had a well-oiled machine, maybe that'd be a different story. But everybody's going down in your cabinet, and it's pretty embarrassing. You need to focus on those criminal charges, my brother.
I began to speak out for all of you, and their investigation started. Yet the city has continued to improve. Make no mistake, you elected me to lead this city, and lead it I will. I humbly ask for your prayers and your patience as we see this through. God bless you, and God bless the city of New York. Thank you.
They did elect you to lead, right? That's right. But they didn't elect you to lead while under an indictment, my brother. Doesn't work like that. Now I want to come off as like I'm a hater of Eric Adams and I wish he go to jail. I don't wish that. We have political differences. I think Eric Adams, um, as many times as I've been around him, he's been a cool guy, and all that, but he's not bigger than the program. Eric Adams, you're a black man, right? Everybody talk about, de Blasio stole this, his wife stole that. They never went up under indictment. That's why I don't be listening to what people say. I don't listen to what people say. Eric Adams was a police officer for 20 something years or 20 years or whatever the case was. A lot of these black cops, not all of them, I don't want my black friends to get upset in the police department, but y'all adopt this ideology like you're one of them, like you're bigger than the program. Like I'm quite sure Eric Adams seen this corruption in NYPD in City Hall for many of years, and he thought that he could go in as a black man and replicate that. It does not work like that. And I've never seen a mayor play in our faces the way that he did, like his appointments of friends and things like that. I'm like, God damn, this guy just don't care. But as we could see, it's caught up to him. That's caught up to him. So our me and the mayor political differences came on because you guys know that I was on Robert F. Kennedy Jr.'s staff during his presidential run, and I was just trying to connect the dots, like get people who wouldn't normally sit down and talk to sit down and talk. And since I had a connection with the mayor, and I was Team Kennedy, I decided to try to get them to sit down. And the mayor said, "Oh, you got to go through this process." I did everything that he asked me um to do. But before I get into those text messages, I want to let y'all know. See, the mayor, everybody got the news that the mayor was gonna be indicted yesterday, right? I got the news the day before, and I want to show you guys that text message. So it say, "Yo, when you interview the mayor, for those who don't know, I do a guest host spot on My Expert Opinion. Shout out to the million subscribers they just got recently, and they were supposed to interview the mayor, and I was supposed to been, one of the guys to interview. So they said, when you interview the mayor, I said no clue. He didn't reschedule because he postponed last week, right? So the person said he might get jammed up this weekend. I said, what happened? They said, I don't know, either the investigation or secret indictment. And I said, is it in the news? They said, no. The butterflies and flamingos are gathering. LOL. Let's see if anything happens this weekend. Little did I know that it was happening the next day, right? So my source was on point. My source was on point, and they had everything correct, right? Um, so did the mayor know that? I have no idea. I'm quite sure he probably knew people in his cab. If I knew, I'm quite sure he knew it was coming. But back to our political differences, right? Um, so the mayor team never got back to me to do the interview with RFK, and I was confused as to, why they didn't get back to us. So I sent the mayor a message last October, and I said, "Good afternoon, Mayor. I do have an off-topic question. What happened with your team reaching back out for the meeting with RFK Jr.? I haven't heard anything, bro." He returns fire and says, "Turned out to be the right decision. He pulled out of the primary, and I am a Democrat. I am supporting an independent. I am not supporting an independent. That opens the door for Trump. My campaign advisors said wait until the race levels out, and they were right. I guess that is why you hire smart, knowledgeable people." Where are those smart, knowledgeable people at now? Your attorney resigned. Keishant Sewell resigned. We're going to talk about her in a second. Where's all those smart, knowledgeable people? Mayor Adams, right? He said he's a Democrat. Speaking of Democrats, let's go to the next text message. So Thursday, November 2nd, this is the day that his campaign officer got raided, right? I sent him this text. I said, "I know you're busy with the BS today, but I just want to put this on your table because this stunt was pulled before. It's no question you have the biggest voice when it comes to the immigration issue right now. And for this to come up the day you're going to DC was a planned hit by the head of your political party. When the smoke clears, let's talk. You aren't the only one with smart people in the room. Now, ironically, I sent when he said that he got smart people in the room. That was, I think, October 31st. I think it was Halloween. 3 days later, 2 days later, he gets his campaign officer gets raided, and I told him, "You ain't the only one with smart people in the room." Now, do I believe that Eric Adams got raided or get gone through all this because of the immigration stuff? Absolutely. Do I think this is happening to him because he's black? Absolutely. Do I think this is happening to him because he made mistakes and he was cocky? Absolutely. I think that some of this is self inflicted wounds that he could have avoided. This is the same guy who was on video calling white people crackers. I don't condone that, right? I don't condone that at all. We don't condone that language. Don't call people out their names like that. I don't like to be called out my names. Don't call me. We don't call other people out of their names, right? But a lot of this stuff is self-inflicted, people, believe it or not, right? Um, I mean, look at this. Look at this right here. FBI searches New York City Mayor Eric Adams' home, Gracie Mansion, after he is indicted in federal case. Bruh, whatever you did to those people, I told you this. Eric Adams, I told you this. I said, whatever you did to those people, you need to apologize. Don't go down in flames, man. I believe that whatever they got on you or whatever it may be, you're going to tell your police officer, see something, say something. But they teaching you, your black ass, a history lesson right now. You would never be one of them, sir. You're not no Ben Carson. you're not one of, you're not Colin Powell, sir. God damn. And people in your administration, I tried to warn them. I said, look, man, y'all got to be careful over there. And they was like, oh, no, no, no. Then 3 weeks ago, Tramel, you may be right. Yeah, I bet I am. Bet I am. You know what I'm saying? Like he was doing the wrong thing. Like he's far removed from his activism. He's far removed from 100 blacks in law enforcement. I guarantee you, he's going to try to double back. I mean, this mayor, the way he targeted Hawk Newsom when Hawk Newsom was trying to do positive things for his community, that was not good. That was not good at all. You know what I'm saying? That was not good at all. Um, and I'm curious as to how Keishant Sewell feels. If you ask me, that was the smartest person that Eric Adams ever appointed. I think that was the smartest person. I think that what's the police commissioner for Long Island? Is it what's the black guy name? I don't know if it's Harrison. He's super intelligent. He went over there. He didn't want nothing to do with nothing, right? But Keishant Sewell, I really would love to hear what she has to say. Who knows? She could have been giving the feds information this whole time. We don't know. What if she comes out and and testifies against Eric Adams because of NYPD corruption and all this other stuff? What if that happens? We don't know how this is going to work. Are there any more indictments that's going to be coming down? Right? But let me see if I could find something real quick. Um, see. I want to see who did he endorse. See, and the thing is that with Kamala, the Democrats, Biden, um, I told him it was his political party. The Democrats did this to him. This is the reason why you see a lot of Democrats going to Republican or independent and things like that. They are not the party, or this new version of the Democrats is not the party Yeah, let me pull this up. This is not the party where we think it is. This is not it. Let me see. Yeah, this is not it. Let me pull up. Let me get this story out there real quick. The Democrats, I don't know what's going on. I mean, they are moving in the direction of the Republicans. Like what everything that I think the Republicans should be, the Democrats are. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how I'm looking at all of that, man. Everything I see with that, that's what it's looking like now, right? So let me pull this up because I want to see how the mayor feels about this, right? Now, Eric, you endorsed Kamala Harris this summer. It's obvious that the feds are raiding you. The people who control the feds are the president. The Democrats control the feds right now. This is your own Democratic Party showing you where you belong, putting you in your place. Does this endorsement still stands of Kamala Harris and the Democratic Party? Are you going to go back to a life of activism as like you have done in 100 Blacks in law enforcement? If you would have done the correct thing during the pandemic and been there for all New Yorkers, as you said, I believe that you could have had an army. Right now in the media, nobody is coming forward to say he's innocent. They're not coming to your side. They're not doing anything. First black sitting mayor to be criminally charged, man. They not gonna allow another black mayor. And then look who's gonna take your place, Jamani Williams. I have nothing crazy to say about Jamani. Jamani, we got a mutual friend. Shout out to Edwin Raymond. And you know what, Eric? This is how I know that you abandoned your fight a long time ago. Edwin Raymond is doing the work and basically carried the torch and even amplified it up a level from what you did with 100 blacks in law enforcement. And you gave him your ass to kiss. You gave Edwin Raymond your ass to kiss. Now, look, you're not going to have no soldiers behind you. During this time, you're going to figure out who your real friends are. You're going to find out a lot of things because you've never seen yourself on the side of the law. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.